Okay, who would like to do this today? Vaishnavi, you want to try?
Sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Which one, sir?
All this, all this. Do you need help?
Om Ajnana Timaratyasha
This is Agyana.
Agyan. Sir, can you help me?
Okay. Om Agyana.
Om Agyana
Because I know it's a J, but actually you pronounce Agyana. Imandasya
Timaratyasya
Jnana Jana
Jana Jana
Salakaya
Salakaya
Chaksul Unmilitam
Chakso Unmilitam
Yena
Yena
Asme
Tasme
Sri Guruve Namaha.
Sri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaye Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Venda Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauri Vani Pracharini Nirvesha
Sesha.
Shu
Nirvasesha. Nirvisesha.
Nirvishesha Shunva
Shunyavadi.
Shunyavadi
Pascha
Paschatya Deshatarni. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him, divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Bhakti Siddhanta.
Siddhanta.
So can you repeat that?
Bhakti Siddhanta.
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Deva and delivering the Western countries which are filled with impersonalism and vices.
Personalism.
Impersonalism and
Voidism.
vicism.
Okay, this impersonalism meaning God has no form. Voidism means you merge into the light. So this is not a correct form of worship. So that's why he came to preach, delivering them because they were in the wrong mode of worship. Okay, next.
Maha means great and Mandra means chant for deliverance. Of all mantras in the Vedas, one is called the Maha Mantra.
Vaishnavi, you forgot this. Sri Krishna.
Oh, okay, sorry, sir. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita
Gadadara.
Gadadara Sri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. I offer my obeisances to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhara, Srivasa, and all others in the line of devotion. Maha Mantra. Maha means great and Mantra means chant for deliverance.
Sacred chant.
Secret, no?
Sacred chant.
Secret chant for deliverance of all mantras in the Vedas. One is called the Maha Mantra or Great Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The words Hare pronounce Hare, Krishna pronounce Krishna, and Rama remains with drama are Sanskrit words. Hari is an address to God's energy. Known as Radha and Krishna is name of God meaning he who is attractive to everyone. Rama means one who gives pleasure and enjoys life. When chanted, the Maha Mantra is a petition to God. O Krishna, O energy of Krishna, please engage me in your service.
Thank you. When you say engage me in your service means you want the Lord to bring you back to the spiritual world so that you can always engage in his service. Okay?
Prabhuji,
Yes,
just
please.
one question. This Maha Mantra was found in which Veda?
Which Veda? Uh, this one is Mahaprabhu Tola Suchandes. Before that, they were chanting Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I have to get back to you and I'll put the book.
No, never mind. It's okay because they said among all Vedas, among all the mantras in the Vedas. So I was wondering, is this Prabhu's what do you call mantra, or is it something actually from the Vedas?
It is from the Vedas. I will share with you
Okay.
the link.
No, never mind. It's okay.
Okay, huh?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So Gita Gyan. Bala, you want to do?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Okay, I'll try Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Devaki Nandana Krishno Gita Padena Tusyati Yada Na Veda Danina Yajna Tirtha Vrata Dbihi. The son of Devaki, the supreme personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna cannot be satisfied by anyone's study of the Vedas, charity, sacrifice, pilgrimage, or vows as much as he is satisfied by the devotional recitation of the Gita.
Okay.
Vaishnaya Tantriya Sara 222. Hare Krishna.
Today you will find in this chapter this verse which is said that he is very satisfied by the devotional recitation of Gita. At the end of this chapter, Krishna is saying. So we'll see the verse. Okay. So this is our ISKCON temple in Kuala Lumpur. We have Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and then the picture of Radha Shyam Sundar. These are deities in Vrindavan, ISKCON Vrindavan. And this is Nitai Sundar Gaurahari. These are Gaur Nitai deities. This is one festival where they decorated very nicely. So we take blessings from Shri 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 Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai, and we ask for the blessings that we can be good devotees and also that we can understand the Gita as how Krishna wants us to. And then we take the mercy of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder Acharya for ISKCON. Who would like to read this?
Okay, Prabhu, I will try.
Okay.
Jayate satatam satyam sarva jiva jana me saha. Again, Prabhu.
Ganai.
Ganai saha prarabadham bahunjato vapi
No, this
gita
Bunjato.
bunjato vapi gita vyasha
Vyasha.
vyasha ratasya.
Yeah.
A person who is devoted to studying the Gita acquires a friendly disposition to all living beings, despite his occurring the reactions of his previous actions in this world. Sri Vaishnavya Tantra Sara, verse 32.
Okay, what does it mean? A person who is always studying the Gita will be friendly to everyone in spite of suffering and getting the reactions of his past karma. So this is, he will become tolerant and he won't mind the problems. He will just ignore them and he will be friendly to everyone. So this is the conclusion, chapter 18 of the Bhagavad Gita. Before we start reading the Bhagavad Gita, we should chant this mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, before we go and have this, we will read some part of the Gita. Okay. Okay, we start with 18.1. Who has the Gita can volunteer?
Please allow me.
Yes. 18.1 and 18.2 and 18.3.
Okay. 18:1. Arjuna said, O mighty armed one, I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation, tyaga, and of the renounced order of life, sannyasa. O killer of the Kesi demon, master of the senses. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the giving up of activities that are based on material desire is what great learned men call the renounced order of life, that is sannyasa. And giving up the results of all activities is what the wise call renunciation, that is tyaga. Some learned men declare that all kinds of fruitive activities should be given up as faulty. Yet, other sages maintain that acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance should never be abandoned. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Arjuna is asking why we need to be renounced from our actions in material world, and the reason for a person to take up sannyas. He is asking, I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation. That means the reason for us to be renounced, and the renounced order of life sannyas. So you can be renounced from material activities, and there are some people who actually become a sannyas. Sannyas means totally dedicated in the service of the Lord. So they will wear saffron robes and they will always go preaching. You see? So he is asking what is the why we need to be renounced and the reason the person takes up sannyas. You know? It's not saying that we should take up sannyas. Some people take up sannyas. Why? And then Krishna explains that sannyas means giving up all worldly affairs. That means you don't go and do a job also. That is sannyas. You are totally doing the job of preaching for Krishna. And then otherwise, renunciation means doing your work out of duty without attachment to the fruits of action. This one in 18.2, Krishna says, giving up of activities based on material desire is what learned men call the renounced order of life. That's sannyas. And giving up results of activities is a wise called renunciation. So a person who is in the renounce order and a person who is giving up activities, don't get attached to the material world. Okay, and then Krishna is explaining that there are fruitive activities which have to be given up as faulty. Some people say we should stop all work. Others say that only sacrifice, charity, and penance should not be given up. Then after that, Krishna is explaining okay, who would like to read 5, 6, and 7?
We'll read 18:5. Acts of, acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity, and penance purify even the great souls. 18.6. All these activities should be performed without attachment or any expectation of results. They should be performed as a master of duty, O son of Pratha. This is my final opinion. 18.7. Prescribed duties should never be renounced. If one gives up his prescribed duties because of illusion, such renunciation is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Thank you.
Okay. So what did you understand from this? So what is Krishna really saying? He says that sacrifice should not be given up. What do you mean by sacrifice? Chanting is a sacrifice. Doing some austerities for the sake of the Lord is an sacrifice. Helping people is a sacrifice. So doing charity is giving some money, and giving your time also is charity for people who are needy and need help. So that is the situation. Okay. So in this way, and penance. What if penance means give up uh, give up uh, enjoying your material senses in the wrong way. That is penance. Use your material senses in the right way. It is penance. That means you can enjoy, but don't enjoy in the wrong way. Enjoy in the right way. So this is what it means. And they must be performed because they purify even the religious people also. They need to do this. Don't say about us. So far is this clear? Penance is actually doesn't mean you fast only. That doesn't mean penance. It means that you don't do all these sinful activities and don't enjoy all these sinful activities. That is penance. You keep away from that. Even though your material senses are saying, come, come, let's enjoy this, enjoy that. But you control yourself. That is penance. Okay. All activities should be done without attachment or expectation of result. Previously, Krishna has already explained. So now he is summarizing. This is the last chapter he is summarizing. So this is his final opinion. So let's go on, because we are not going to go fully. Level 2 we'll go fully, but at least we go overview. Okay. So then after that, let's see. Krishna also speaks in this chapter that every living being needs to work as as a part of life, as a duty without attachment, to get the results the correct way. Attachment to results will lead to bondage. So we do actions without attachment. This one previously also Krishna has already told. And then he is talking about the 5 factors that the material world is being worked. That's from 1813 to 1816. So now we come to 1820 to 22. Is okay. Let's go to 1820. Okay, who would like to read 18, 19, 20, 21, 22? Bhagavad Gita.
May I?
Yeah.
1819. According to the 3 different modes of material nature, there are 3 kinds of knowledge: action and performer of action. Now hear of them from me. 20. That knowledge by which one undivided spiritual nature is seen in all living entities, though they are divided into innumerable forms, you should understand to be in the mode of goodness. 21. That knowledge by which one sees that in every different body there is a different type of living entity, you should understand to be in the mode of passion. 22. And that knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work as the all in all, without knowledge of the truth, and which is very meager, is said to be in the mode of darkness. Hare Krishna.
So knowledge in the mode of goodness, one understand one undivided spiritual nature is seen in every living entity. The super soul is in every living entity. If a person in a mode of passion, in every different body, he can see there is a Atma. Okay? And then in the mode of ignorance, that means a person in the mode of goodness can see also the living entity as well as the super soul. In a mode of passion, he can't see the super soul. He is just seeing the living entities. Okay, and then in the mode of ignorance is a person who is attached to one kind of work all in all. That means he said work is God. God is work. You know, you have heard this. Sometimes people say like this: my work is my God. You know, without knowledge of the truth, which is very meager. That means he just like to do his work. He don't care about anything. So those are people in the mode of ignorance. Confidential knowledge is that we are spiritual souls. So when you're in the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, and we understand that we are spiritual souls. We are not the body. Then you have happiness in the mode of goodness. So which is, okay, let's read 1837 to 1839. Who would like to volunteer? Who has Bhagavad Gita can volunteer? Krishna Kumari?
I read Babu. Okay. 1837. That which in the beginning may be just like
Oh no,
poison,
I want you to read
but
from
at
Bhagavad
the
Gita.
end is
Krishna Kumari.
just like nectar.
Wait.
Hello?
Okay. Sorry. Carry on.
I'm read on in.
Yeah, louder a bit, huh?
Okay.
I thought you were reading
Look.
from the screen.
Okay. 37. 1837. That which in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar, and which awaken one to self-realization is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness. 1838. That happiness which is derived from contact of the senses with their object, and which appear like a nectar at the first but poison at the end is said to be of the nature of passion. 1839. And that happiness which is blind to self-realization, which is delusion from beginning to end, and which arises from sleep, laziness, and illusion, is said to be of the nature of ignorance.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
here we have in the mode of goodness, it tastes like poison in the beginning, but in the end is nectar. Can you think of something that actually is like poison, but in the end is very good?
Bitter God.
Bitter gourd, no, I'm not talking about food. Okay, it can be, but it's not talking about food. If you wake up early and do your prayers, it's like poison. It's very hard to wake up. You want to sleep. Maya Devi says, sleep lah. Why you want to wake up so much? You are tired. So in the beginning, you wake up, you are a little bit groggy. But after a while, after you're doing it regularly, you're sleeping early, of course. You sleep late and you wake up early. It is difficult also. So you sleep early and you wake up early and do your prayers and do your chanting and read some Bhagavad Gita. That is like poison. But after a while, you feel very pleasurable. You keep on doing it, it's very pleasurable. So example is this. There are many other examples. Spiritual life is actually difficult. It's like poison. But after a while, you are very happy in it. Reading, chanting, helping people is all effort. You have to spend your time to help people, but you will feel a pleasure. This is in the mode of goodness. And this type of action awaken one to self-realization. Okay, passion, which is derived from contact of the senses with your objects, which appears to be nectar at first but poison at the end. Can you give me an example? This one you can give me an example of food also, no problem. Who would like to try?
Eating too much of sweets can cause diabetes.
Okay, yeah. Some more? Something more gross. That is good. It's true. Your answer is right. But I want more. Anyone else want to give it a try?
How about alcohol, Prabhu?
Huh?
Alcohol.
Yeah, that's correct. Alcohol is actually like nectar, very nice, they say. The man said, oh, very nice. I feel I am very happy. but in the end you might get a headache in the morning, or maybe you even fall. You might drive under alcohol and get into an accident, or so many other things. As you know, alcohol does to a person, it burns your organs up in the long run. Okay, this is like nectar, but it's actually poison in the end. Any other thing? Now we're not talking about food. Some actions. Anyone has idea of what is nectar, but later is poison?
Prabhu, I can try example. Maybe a boy and a girl, they like each other at first, a teenage romance. Then they think that, oh, this is my girl for life, or the girl will say, oh, this is my boy for life. But they more and more they get to know each other, then they say, oh, I don't like you. We have nothing in common, and they start hating each other. And then the so-called first love becomes hatred.
Okay. So, okay, that can be done. That is also okay. Something more gross in that same connection. A man or who likes to go and to the prostitute house, example. He likes to go to prostitutes. So this is actually very pleasurable, but in the end, it kills your soul, right? Because you are doing illicit sex, which is not allowed. Okay, ignorance, which is blind to self-realization, which is delusion from the beginning to the end, which arises from sleep, laziness, and illusion. Who would like to try this? What you think is in ignorance?
Gambling.
Gambling, yes. Come on.
Drug addicts, Prabhu.
Pardon?
Drug addicts.
Drug addict, yes, correct. Some more. Begging, when you are able to work, you still beg. Okay. Another one is being a prostitute. That is also in the mode of ignorance. You are lazy, that's why you are a prostitute, because it's easy money. Okay, so we carry on. Anyway, there are many, so you can think of it. This one going very fast. 1 minute, huh? One minute. Okay. Chapter 18, I only have 2 pages, so I forgot there's one more page. Okay, I got it.
Prabhu, do you hear me?
Yeah, can.
Under the ignorance, there will be arrogance behavior also, right?
Under ignorance, there will be
Arrogant behavior.
arrogance. That actually under what, you know? Under the passion is arrogance.
Oh, fish.
People in a mode of passion are arrogant. Okay. Okay. Then Krishna speaks about the 3 kinds of goodness passion and ignorance of the intelligence, and 3 kinds of determination a person wanting to achieve results has. Okay, 18, 29 to 32. Who would like to read?
I'll read, Prabhu. 29. O winner of wealth, now please listen as I tell you in detail of the different kinds of understanding and determination, according to the 3 modes of material nature. 30. O son of Pritha, that understanding by which one knows what ought to be done and what ought not to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, what is binding and what is liberating, is in the mode of goodness. 31. O son of Pritha, that understanding which cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion, between action that should be done and action that should not be done, is in the mode of passion. And 32. That understanding which considers irreligion to the that understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion under the spell of illusion and darkness and strives always in the wrong direction, O Pratha, is in the mode of ignorance. Thank you.
Thank you. So Krishna is speaking about the 3 characteristics, the understanding, which I think you understand because we have gone through the previous chapters also. But Krishna is also what ought to be done and what ought not to be done. That is in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is explaining to us so many chapters, he has told us. And what is feared and what is not to be feared. What you should fear sinful actions. What is not to be feared, you should not fear doing your duty even though it is difficult. What is binding and what is liberating? Binding is material actions, liberating is spiritual action. If you understand all this, you are in a mode of goodness. And then if you cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion, you don't know which is the correct religion, you just go and people say, oh, this is the correct religion, come and worship this fellow and all that. That is in the mode of passion. Oh, really? This man can actually cure you. All your diseases can go away. Oh, really? Okay, come. Let's go. I will follow your path of religion. It's a very good religion. So that is actually in the mode of passion because you're so confused. What is really religion is to bring you back to the spiritual world. This one, the doctor also can cure you. And then you say you want to see a miracle in your body, the person can come and cure you. You know, once what happened, I was having some financial problem. And then this lawyer friend of mine said, oh, you know, you got financial problem. There is one Babaji in Brickfield. His brother has cancer, so he went for so much operation, still he did not get well. So he said that now he's going to this Babaji and he cures the person. So he asked me, why don't you also go? He will, your financial problem will be over. You know, everyone goes through some bad financial problem once a while. So I also had my share. So then I was thinking, okay, let me think. So I write to my Guru Maharaj and said, you know, there is this fellow, shall I go? He said, no, you don't go. You just depend on Krishna. Krishna will help you. Don't worry. You don't have to go all these people. So I did not go. And later on, I come to know that the brother of the lawyer, even though he went to the Babaji, he still died also. So that was useless. You understand, huh? So you don't go to the wrong. You get confused. You start going this person, that person, who can help me, who can do this. So all these are people in a mode of passion. They're going to the wrong place. And then ignorance. The last one is in the ignorance. They think that religion is irreligion and irreligion is religion. So they are totally confused, upside down. How is that? They say, okay, my religion, I go to the temple, Chinese temple, I will ask for 4-digit. This is my religion. I go to God. God, give me the 4-digit number. I want to strike the lottery. Or I go to the graveyard and I pray to the ghosts. Oh, ghosts, give me the 4-digit number. You have heard of this? It's quite common among some gamblers. So all these are upside down. You're going to God to get 4-digit number. Really, you go to God. If God really wants, He can give you money anytime. You know the story of Sudama? Did I tell you? Did I give you the story of Sudama?
No, Prabhu.
Okay, you know Krishna had a very nice childhood friend. His name is Sudama, and he was a Brahmana. And he goes, Brahmanas, they do some puja, get some donations and all that. But then this person was a very poor Brahmana. Somehow or another, he did not get much donations. And maybe the place he's staying is a poor area, so they can't even give you much anyway. So anyway, he's got his wife and he's got 2 children. And then they are very difficult. Life was very difficult, no money. Then the wife said to her husband, you got Krishna as your friend. He's very rich. And he stays in Dwarka. Why don't you go? We are not so far. Why don't you go there and ask him for some help? He's your good friend, your very close childhood friend. He sees you, sure he will help you. Don't worry. So this Sudama, actually, he was a very austere Brahmana. He's a very good Brahmana, but he was very proud of being a good Brahmana. You understand? He was a good Brahmana, but his one problem was he's very proud of being a good Brahmana. This is a problem. You should be humble, not to think that you are proud. You should not be proud. If you are a good Brahmana, you are a good Brahmana. But never think you are a good Brahmana. Always think, I'm not such a good Brahmana. This is actual spiritual progress. If you are proud, you think you are a good Brahmana, you are proud, that is, Krishna doesn't like pride. So anyway, finally, the wife, after nagging him so long, he said, if I go, what I have to bring gift, because Indian custom, when you go someone's house, you should bring something, some gift. You cannot go empty-handed. So the wife go and picked up the grains from the field, broken grains, and then she cooked some. They cooked, and then he gave to him. And then he was looking at it and was thinking, Krishna is so rich, and then I have to give this. But anyway, I'm bringing something anyway. So he went. And while he was going, he was very happy, thinking of Krishna. But then he also was thinking that I don't like to ask anything from Krishna because he's my friend. If I ask something from a friend, it will make the friendship tainted. That means it is not a good friendship. A friendship should not be asking friends for help. It should be just being friends. This is his idea. If I ask for help, means it is not good. It's not real friendship. So anyway, he was going, then he said, never mind. My wife is telling me I'll probably be not let into the gates of the palace because his clothes were also torn. So if a beggar comes to a king's palace, what do you think the gatekeepers will do? They will tell the beggar, you please get lost. Don't disturb us. Right? So he was thinking, I'll probably be told that you don't come in, you are not allowed to see Krishna. Please go away. So then he said, I will go back to my wife and say, I'm so sorry, I tried my best. At least I tried. Otherwise, my wife will keep on nagging me. Why you didn't go, why you don't go, why you don't go. So finally he went. But while he was going, he was very happily thinking of Krishna, of all the past childhood friendship and the games that they had played. Krishna, is a super soul in everyone's heart. My friend Sudama is coming. So he gave instructions to the gatekeeper. There will be one man, his name is Sudama. He will come and ask to see me. And he may look like a beggar. But you let him in. I want to see him because he's my friend. So anyway, when he went to the gatekeeper said, "Who are you and what do you want?" He said, "I am Sudama. I want to see Krishna." "Oh, okay, sir. Please come in." So they opened the gate. He was very surprised. Such a big palace. And then after that, they brought him to the door. And they knocked, and Lakshmi opened. And then she saw Sudama. Krishna already told Lakshmi, "My friend Sudama is going to come." "Oh, okay. Then please let him in." So anyway, Lakshmi saw him, said, "Please come in." Sudama, Bai means brother. Sudama, brother, please come in. So then please sit down. And then he sat down in a big, nice chair. When you go to a palace, of course you have nice, expensive chairs. So he was sitting and Krishna came. And you know what Krishna did? He asked the servants to bring water and cloth, and then he washed the feet of Sudama. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When a Brahmana comes into your house, the culture was to wash the feet of the Brahmana. So he washed the feet of the Brahmana. And the Brahmana Sudama was thinking, "I am zero, I have nothing, and I'm very proud to be a I'm proud to be a good Brahmana. Here the Supreme Personality of Godhead is washing my feet." So his pride broke. His pride totally broke. And he became humble after that. Anyway, after that, Krishna and him had nice conversation. He had nice food. And then Krishna said, "You have brought for me something." He said, "No, nothing. Come, I know you have brought for me. Please come." So anyway, give me. Then he took the cheap rice, broken rice, which is a poor man's food. So anyway, Krishna said, He took one mouthful. He says, "Very nice." Then he took a second mouthful. He says, "Very lovely." There's a lot of devotion in it. And he was going to take the third mouthful. And Lakshmi says, "Stop it. Give me some. I also want." "How can you only take it?" Because Lakshmi knows that this is actually transcendental. And she knows that if he takes the third mouthful, he's totally devoted to his devotees. And then after that, he will be a servant of Sudama. And then I am a wife. And then he won't be with me. So he don't want. So she stopped him. So anyway, after that, Sudama went back. He forgot to ask for help. He forgot. Totally he forgot. And he went back. And as he was going back, he realized that he hasn't asked. And he said, "Never mind what to do. I will get scolding from my wife. That's the worst that can happen." So as he walking back, what happened is, as he was nearing his house, he saw a woman with two children, very nicely dressed, beautiful. And the two children also had very nice clothes. And they were waving at him. He's thinking, "Who is waving at me? Why this woman and the two children are waving at me? Who are they?" And then behind he saw one big house. He was thinking, "Who? I never seen this house before. How come this house is there now?" Anyway, as he come nearer, he saw that it is his wife and his two children. And then she was very happy. She said, "You must ask Krishna. You see how much he has given us. He has given us big house. He has given us nice clothes. He has given us some servants." Then he realized to himself, Krishna is knowing everything. He is giving me without me asking. And at the time when his pride broke, Krishna gave him everything. Before that, he was so proud to be a Brahmana, he was very poor. So when his pride broke, when Krishna washed his feet, Krishna saw his humility and instantly he made the bungalow, clothes, servants, all ready there. And so then he realized, oh, okay. And then did Sudama think that I'm a close friend of Krishna, that's why I got? No. He said, Krishna, you are too kind. Actually, I don't deserve it. But somehow or another, you are very kind. Thank you, Krishna, for all this. But I will stay in the apartment, but I will not get attached to the luxuries. Means I'll stay as a simple man. But I will stay in the apartment with my family, but I will not get attached. So that is the story of Sudama. So that is where were we actually? How the story came? The story came because Krishna is always a helpful person. You don't need to go to all these false religious people. Have faith. Okay. Who would like to read this?
Come, I read.
Okay.
Ishvara sarva bhutanam hard dise Arjuna tisthati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantara rudani mayaya tam eva saranam gacha sarva bhavina bharata tat prasadat param santim sthanam prapsyasi saswatam iti tete jananam aktayatam guhyataram maya vim vimrasya tad asisena yatha chasi tatha guru. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wandering of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made of material energy. O Skyon or Bharata, surrender unto him utterly. By his grace, you will attain transcendental peace and the supreme and the eternal abode. Thus I have explained to you knowledge still more confidential. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what a nice thing Krishna is saying. That the Supreme Lord is in your heart. Arjuna is in everyone's heart, Arjuna. And you are, and he is seeing you are your soul who is seated as on a machine. The body is like a machine, like your driver in the car, made of material energy. The car is material energy. You are the driver. But actually the soul is the spiritual soul and your body is like the car. You are driving your body. Sometimes the body's got pain, you have to repair it. Sometimes it's hungry, you have to put in the petrol or the water. So like this, the car moves, the fuel of the car. So here, so made of material energy. O Skyon of Bharata, surrender unto him utterly. Why is Krishna saying him? Who is he referring? He is referring to himself actually. By his grace, you will attain transcendental peace and supreme and eternal mode. Okay, I want to ask you one thing. Why is Krishna saying, O Skyana of Bharata, why don't you surrender unto me utterly? By his grace, you will attain transcendental peace by my grace. Why Krishna not saying that? Why saying him. This is because the Guru never says, surrender unto me. He always says, surrender unto Krishna. A real Guru doesn't say, worship me. He says, worship the Lord. He shows the way to worship the Lord. So if you are having a Guru who says, you must worship me, or you know there's something wrong somewhere. So Krishna is like a spiritual master, right? So he's saying surrender unto him utterly. Okay, and him is also meaning the super soul. So in a way, Krishna is speaking about the super soul, which is also an expansion of him. In the way, he is like a spiritual master who is speaking to a disciple, surrender unto him. Him meaning Krishna, him meaning super soul, whatever, you know. Thus, I've explained to you the knowledge which is still more confidential. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do. The spiritual master will give all the knowledge to his disciple, but he cannot force his disciple to do what as the spiritual master wants him to do. He will say, now I've given you the whole thing, do what you want to do. Doesn't mean that, oh, one man said, oh, Krishna said, well, you can do what you want. Okay, very good. I want to go and enjoy my senses. Krishna says, well, doesn't matter. You can do what you want. Actually, Krishna says, I've given you all knowledge, so you do what you want to do. You want to go to material direction, I can't stop you. You want to do spiritual direction, I'm very happy. That is very nice. At least you are learning what I told you. Okay? 1864. Who would like to read this? Who haven't read yet? Viji, today you're not reading, ah?
All right.
Oh, you read already. Okay.
Yeah.
Who else haven't read?
Me, Prabhu.
Okay, please read this.
Sarva Guyatamam Bhuya Smu me Parama Vacha Isto si me Virtan iti Tato Vakshami te hitam. Because you are my very dear friend, I am speaking to you my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit.
Thank you. So, Krishna is to Arjuna. He is also telling us, because we are all, as you know, Krishna is waiting for us, like as the prodigal son. He said, my son ran away from me, or my daughter ran away from me. He is in the material world, when he will come back. Okay? So the idea is, Krishna says, I'm giving you supreme instruction because you are my devotee also. That's why I'm giving you this, because at least you can come back to the spiritual world with all these instructions. So this supreme instruction, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, is the supreme instruction. That's what he is saying. Okay, who would like to read this? Who haven't read yet? Last chance, not much left. Malinda?
Okay. Man mana bhava mat bhakto mat yaji mam namaskuru mam evasyasi sakyam te pratijani priyosi me sarva dharman pratityajya Mam ekam saranam raja. Aham tvam sarva papibhayo moksayisyami ma sucha. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Thank you.
Thank you. So Krishna is, these are the two these verses are very important, This verse 64 is very, very important. These are the final instructions of Krishna. This verse is very important. He said, always think of me, be my devotee, worship me. Don't worship anyone else. Just worship me and offer your homage unto me. You will come to me without fail because you are my dear friend. I promise you. So now Krishna is no more like a guru. He is the Supreme Lord. As a friend, he's telling you now worship me. And then he says, abandon all varieties of religion. Most religions are materialistic religion. So we should understand, because a lot of religion stress, you come to my religion, you will get a lot of wealth. You will get a lot of what you say, you be very opulent. You have a lot of facility because we are the true religion. God, if you are a devotee of my God will look after you. Don't worry. Everything. He even will take all your sins and you can go back. All the sins he will take from you, which is of course not true. You have to suffer your own sin. Can you say, oh, can the father say, it's okay, all my son is very nice, he will take all my sins so I can go back Godhead and my son will take the sin? This is any idea? Of course not. It's ridiculous. So in this way, Krishna says that abandon all religion, surrender unto me, I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. We got a lot of karma. Good karma and bad karma we got. Krishna will take away all the karma, so you become totally free from karma and you are very light now. We are carrying our karma, very heavy karma behind us. Always we are walking with our heavy karma. When there is no more karma, no more, you are very light. You bag of big 1,000 kilos, all gone. You are now very light. So Krishna says, I will take away all that. Okay, do not fear. And then this verse is why Krishna says that you learn the Gita, you also teach others about Gita. You read the Gita, you get others to read the Gita, get others to buy the Gita. You have bought the Gita already, now get others to buy the Gita. Help them to come to my path. Okay, who would like to read this? Who haven't read yet? Sulochana, have you read? Sulochana?
Hello? Yeah, Prabhu. Yeah, Prabhu.
You read or not yet read?
Not yet.
Okay, please read.
Okay. For one who explained the supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotion service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he. No, will there ever be one more dear. And I declare that he who study this great conversion of our worship me by his intelligence, and and who listen with faith and without
we become free and sinful reaction and attain to the obsession.
Auspicious.
Obsession planets where the appearance evil.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
So one who explained this supreme secret to the devotees. A person is a devotee when he becomes a person who is spiritual, is a potential devotee. So you can explain this to a person who is interested. A person who is not interested, try and make him interested. And when he's interested, then you explain. This pure devotion. If you explain this supreme secret, your pure devotional service is guaranteed. At the end, you will come back to me. Krishna is giving you one more idea how to go back to the spiritual world. So many things he has said, how to act, how not to act, worship me, abandon all variety of religion. And then he is also saying that you must preach Bhagavad Gita. There is no servant in the world more dear to me, nor will there ever be more. If you do this, he really is very happy with you because you are very compassionate. You are helping people. And I declare that he who studies this sacred conversation of ours worship me by his intelligence. Those who read the Bhagavad Gita will worship me with your intelligence. Anyone who listens to faith and without envy, you should not be envious of the Lord. You becomes free from sinful reaction, attains to the auspicious planets where the pious dwell. What are the auspicious planets? We want to go to the topmost auspicious planet, which is Goloka Vrindavan, where Krishna is dwelling. Okay? Okay, who would like to read this? Who haven't read? Sharmini, have you read? Sharmini? Okay, anyone else can read?
I can read if you can help me with the Sanskrit.
Okay. Kaschit eta
Kachit eta
Shrutam Partha.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Shrutam Partha.
Chutam Partha
Vayai ka grena.
Kawa Yai Grena
Vayai
Ta Wai
a grena.
Ta Grena
Etasa
Chitasa
Kaschit
Kachit
Ajnana
Ajana
Samoha
Samoha
Pranasta Se
Pranasta Ste
Dhananjaya.
Nanam Jaya. O son of Pratha, O conqueror of wealth, have you heard this with an attentive mind? And are your ignorance and illusions now dispelled? Thank you.
Guru Oh, have you heard correctly? Now have you understood carefully? Okay, who would like to read this?
Can I read again?
Yeah, can.
Arjuna Vacha Nashto Moha Smartir Labda Tvat Prasadan Maya Chiuta Stido Smigata Sandeha Karishye Vachanam Tava. Arjuna said, My dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt and am prepared to act according to your instructions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. He said, O infallible one, Krishna is infallible. We are fallible. My illusion is now gone. So once we understand Bhagavad Gita, our illusion is gone. I have regained my memory. What memory have he regained? He has regained all the spiritual knowledge that he has been reading. So now he is regained his memory. By your mercy, I am now firm. I am very resolute. I am free from doubt and am prepared to act according to your instruction. Okay, who would like to read this? Mughal?
Please allow me.
Yeah.
Sanjaya Ubasa. Yatra Yogis Para Krishno. Yatra Partho Dhanurdaha Daraha. Tatra Sirir Vijayo Bhutir. Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. So wherever Krishna is present and wherever Arjuna is present, you will definitely be successful, victorious, opulence. You'll be successful. You will have a lot of wealth. You will have a lot of victory. You got power, and you got a lot of morality. You are a very moral person, doing good things. This is my opinion. So let's go to recap of chapter 18. Knowledge, goodness. One is undivided spiritual nature is seen in all living entities. A person in the mode of goodness, and the person in the mode of goodness, he does something which is like poison, but in the end is nectarian. He'll get self-realization. People in the mode of passion, they will go for the nectar, but in the end is poison, because indulging your sense in sense objects, you will always desire, never get peace. Ignorance is delusion, blind to self-realization. Always do the wrong thing. Okay, and then most confidential knowledge. Always think of me, be my devotee, worship me, offer me your homage to me. You will come to me without fear. Unflinching and resolute in your determination to be with Krishna and to go back to the spiritual world. That is the important thing. And Krishna says, I promise you because you are my dear friend. And he said, abandon all varieties of religion, just surrender unto me. You don't have to go anywhere else. Whatever you want from others, I can give. If it is good for you, I will give you. If it is not good for you, I won't. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction, do not fear. So Sanjaya says, wherever there's Krishna and Arjuna, there's opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. So someone can read this holy name. Who has read twice, don't volunteer. Those who haven't read twice can volunteer.
Okay, I volunteer. Holy name. The importance of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is very strongly stressed in the second canto, first chapter, verse 11 of Srimad Bhagavatam in the following way. Sukadeva Goswami tells Maharaja Parisit, my dear king, If one is spontaneously attached to the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it is to be understood that he has attained the highest professional stage. Hare Krishna.
So in the beginning, someone was asking this question, where is this Hare Krishna? So you got your answer today. Krishna is looking and he gave the answer. So on the 18th of April, no, this is wrong. This is old. It will be 26th of June. You will have, they haven't updated. It's on a Saturday. I'll send you the correct one, okay? This is the old one. I don't know why they keep the old one. Gita Gyan, Bhagavad Gita in 21 weeks, level 2. If you go for level 2, you will in 21 weeks, it will be every once a week. Okay? And then after you finish this, you will be given an introduction to Bhagavad Gita, and then after that you will get a grouping of all the participants, and then if you want, you can go to an outing finally with, if you are able to, they'll make an outing, whoever can come and go out, for then they will have an outing. You know, I don't know what outing it is, but anyway, I'll come to that. So this is the whole program of Gita Gyan level 2. Srimad Bhagavatam, just now we read what from the Raja Parikshit and Bhagavad Gita. So we have ended. So I would like to take a group photo. So can all of you show your faces?
Prabhu, I got one question, Prabhu.
Yeah, after the group photo, you ask a question, can?
Can.
Okay, everyone, show your faces. And put on a nice smile. They are still at one. Anu, Sulochana. Again, how come you got photo, not a actual person? Okay.
Prabhu, can see or not?
Huh? Yeah. Say Hare Krishna,
Can
everyone.
see or not?
Say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what's your question?
Prabhu, normally we read Krishna mantra start with Hare Krishna, then followed by Hare Rama, right?
Yeah.
But I got here some people read Hare Rama first, then followed by Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
What is different between two?
Before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, everyone was chanting Hare Rama before Hare Krishna. They said, Lord Ram came before Krishna. That is why we are chanting like that. Then when Mahaprabhu came 526 years ago, he says we should chant Hare Krishna, then Hare Rama, because the Supreme Lord is Krishna, and he expanded to Lord Ram, and he came earlier as Lord Ram before he came in his original Krishna form. Understand? That's why he changed it. That's why.
Understand?
Yeah. He says it's more important to chant Krishna before Ram. Previously, people thought, okay, Ram came first, so we chant Ram, then Krishna. Okay, any other question? Who would like to go for level 2? Later on, we'll open the registration. That will be in 1 month's time. It won't be so fast. So meanwhile, you all can read the Bhagavad Gita. And if you have any question, I will open up the chat after today. After this, you can ask questions on the group for everyone's benefit, no problem. Okay? So I will open up chat. That means you can send a message. So you can ask questions, right? And also, maybe I will give once a week classes until the level 2. Whoever wants to join.
Prabhu, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
In these 18 days,
Actually, you should.
I can feel life is so much better these days when we can say the mantra.
Okay. So please chant, use Bhagavad Gita and distribute Bhagavad Gita. Okay? Try your best.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, and thank you.